So far, we're continuing to stay in contact with the administration with regard to trade, and we're concerned about how it might impact us. Frankly, right now, most people aren't marketing their corn or soybeans, but that'll change when it gets to harvest. So I think we've got a window of time right now to start wrapping up some of these trade deals. We'd like to see that done, especially with some of our most important trade partners like Canada and Mexico. It's one of the reasons why I'm going on this trade mission to Mexico this month and why I went to Canada last year, to really thank our best customers. But what we do is, want to see this get all wrapped up by harvest time, and that's what we're encouraging the administration to get done.
Hard to handicap anything nowadays, but the idea that a sort of a leftist populist in Mexico might be a better friend than the last guys, or not friend, but maybe easier to work with President Trump. I don't know if that was on anyone's plate, but is that the case in your view? Are there positive signs coming from a possible deal with Mexico, with NAFTA?
Well, that's what we're hearing, is that there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes right now, and that they're working to try and get this deal done. And of course, that's what we're really encouraging. As I said, kind of our deadline is harvest. So when we start bringing in our crops, people are going to need a place to put them. They're going to start marketing their corn. They've got notes they got to pay. So this is something we'd really like to see wrapped up by Labor Day, so we can have that certainty going into harvest. It can obviously get pushed a little bit past that if it needs to. But really, we'd like to see this get done before we get into the October timeframe.
So what's in your plan, your 5-year plan for Nebraska? You're not going to like a nice wealth tax on that one guy Buffett might help in Nebraska, right? Have you thought about that?
Hey, no, I'm not about imposing any taxes. That's not what we do here in Nebraska.
He always complains. He does. His secretary pays more than him. Give him a nice 60% wealth tax. See how he likes that.
Well, what we're really trying to do is make ourselves more business friendly so that people want to invest here. I think that would send the wrong message if we did that to Warren. But what we found out is that we have a lot of different groups that are doing international business or have international contacts. And sometimes we'd be landing in a country and we'd be running into some of our colleagues who are flying back to Nebraska, and we're like, what were you doing here? So what we're doing is organizing. It's about 30 different groups, our agricultural groups, like the Farm Bureau, cattlemen, corn, soybeans, sorghum, dry beans, you name it. Get all those groups together, as well as our chambers of commerce, our industry groups, our university systems. They all do work overseas, and really coordinate everybody's efforts so that we can present a united front from Nebraska. So what we want to do is, and we think this is unique, pulling together this Governor's Council on International Relations with these 30 different groups, and have a 5-year plan of where we're going to go so everybody kind of knows what everybody else is doing. Really work on educating our folks about how they can take advantage of foreign markets, seek strategic foreign direct investment to create jobs in our state. So we looked at our industry segments, where we're strong, things like agribusiness and food science, IT, advanced manufacturing. Look to see where we should be going to those countries that invest in those sort of things. Trying to create goodwill ambassadors among all of our folks, our private business people who are going overseas.
I have an eye for like